This that jam that you bumping in the car on the radio. Friends so disgusted, wonder how the hell they play it. Though secretly you know they're gonna save it to their playlist. Dance to it alone and claim they hate it. Later be the one to say I like when they were nameless. Like I was listening before.
Okay, family, so today we are going to be doing a candle magic, and I just want to say before we get started that there is no right or wrong way to do this. Now, I have used candle magic utilizing pillar candles, candles that are in actual like vases or glass containers, and I have used candle magic using beeswax sheets. Now, these sheets are the sheets that I purchased for my business, Subconscious Moon, but they're no longer going to be in the shop. Not that I don't like making them or candles or anything in that in general, it's just I'm removing them from the shop. So shameless plug-in, there are only a little bit left, and whatever is left is going to be sold and given out. So if you want to purchase this candle or the intuition candle, that is going to be down in the description box, as well as all of the items that I have provided on here. Some of them can be found on Amazon and some of them cannot, but either way, if you want to make it, the items will be down in the description box. So now that we got the disclaimers out of the way, I love candle magic. I love connecting to the energy of fire, and fire in itself is a very intense energy, and I believe I talked about fire magic in this channel. So if I have, I'll make sure to put it down below too, just to check it out. So anyway, one of the first things that I do before I write the petition is that I am cleansing the space. So I currently have an incense burning, and I believe the incense that I used was jasmine, because jasmine is one of the herbs that we're using for the candle. So I wanted to have jasmine still playing out in the physical aspects or the aroma in the room. And when I write my petitions, I write the date, I write the time, I say my name, I, Candace, am asking my spiritual counsel or the universe to bring me blah, da, 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 da. And I like to be specific as I possibly can, because the more specific I can be, the more the energy that is finding me or to bring it in is going to, come into my energy field a lot better, a lot easier, a lot faster than me just saying something general and basic like I have more abundance. Like, you need to be a little bit more descriptive about what kind of abundance, how the abundance is coming in, if you have a business, etc., etc. So once I get done writing out my petition, I like to say, so mote it be, and then I like to sign it. And then what you saw me do is I basically like to do things in threes, because 3 is one of my favorite numbers. And so I would put my name down 3 times. I would then turn it clockwise and then write down again the petition as far as like what I'm asking, and then turn it again clockwise. I would then put like an additional like affirmation or date of birth, and then I would turn it again. Mind you, that's the second time. So now we turned it again. When you make a full turnaround, you're basically back to the beginning of how the sheet was, and that's when I would sign it again. And then I would fold the paper towards me, because this is the energy that I want to bring into my aura. And then I fold it 3 times again. Each time I fold it, I turn the piece of paper clockwise, and then we have that sheet of paper. So now that we got our petition down, now I'm going to go ahead and cleanse all of the tools and items that I'm using. Again, I'm using incense because it's the most easiest and versatile to use. It's not going to get wet like if I were to use like, I can't think of the name right now. Florida water. Like if you were to use Florida water, all the herbs and stuff like that would be, wet. So therefore I use incense. So now that all the tools are cleansed, including the glass plate, because I am using a pillar candle, I do have a fireproof glass plate, so we're using that. And now that everything's done, I put the plate on top of the petition. And now what you see me doing is that I'm setting the intentions for each herb. Now, each herb that you use, and by the way, I just also want to just say that you don't have to use herbs. You literally can just use the candle and place your intention on the candle and be done with it. But because I am utilizing herbs and I'm showing you guys a different way to do candle magic, I want to share with you the way that I do it. So what I would do is I would get some, like a small bundle or a small pinch of the herbs, and I would put it in my palm of my hand. And because your left hand is more on the receiving end, I like to put the herbs on the receiving end and really say the herbs like association to what it is. So for sage, I honestly don't have my piece of paper with me, but everything that I have for the associations, I would write them down. Like, so if you have your research, do your research on each herb. I specifically love utilizing the Encyclopedia of Herbs, and I will make sure to put that in the description box for you too. This is a book that I utilized a lot, very heavily in the beginning of my practice, because this book not only shows you the planetary, the feminine, the masculine, all different types of magic incantations that you want to utilize the herb, it is separated that way, and it gives you a great description about it. So once you have your herbs, picked out, and you know the association to the particular abundance that you want to bring in, I am saying my intentions into each herb. I am basically putting my energy, infusing it into the herbs, and placing it around the entire wax sheet. Now, again, if you don't have a wax sheet, this would just be the pillar. You can roll it in, grind it, more down if you're using like a pillar candle, and then utilize putting oil on the candle and then rolling the candle on top of the herbs. If you're using a glass candle, you can then put holes inside of the candle and shove the herbs down in the candle that way. There's so many different ways that you can do that. It just kind of depends again what type of candle you're utilizing as you're doing this abundance candle spell. So now that I've gotten all the herbs down and I have measured out my string, which will be lit here in a little bit, I am now rolling up the candle. Now, as I'm rolling up the candle, I am saying positive intentions. I'm basically utilizing the word associations of the herbs, and I'm making my own like affirmations, mantras, basically infusing the candle with the energy again, not only with my own physical energy, but also the energy of like what I'm trying to implement here. Magic, spells, any type of spells that you do, everything has to do with your intention. If your intention is to bring in a lot of abundance your way, then that is the energy that you're asking the universe to agree with you on and to bring this energy in however you are seeing fit. So magic, when people say something, I'm like, magic's all about your intentions. Your spells are about your intentions, and that's the most important thing. It's not about the herbs, it's not about the color associations, it's not about the days of the week. It's about your intention as you are creating magic out of your own energy. You're utilizing and changing the aspects of the energy around you to bring something more in or away from you, whatever that thing may be. So now that I've rolled up the entire candle, I'm basically just again putting my energy into it, infusing it, making sure that all the sides of the wax is actually blending in. And what I did, which I don't know why I didn't show it or record it, but with all the extra herbs that I had, I basically put that around inside of the plate, as you can see, and then I finalized it by utilizing the salt to protect the herbs, protect the glass, protect everything. I then took a bay leaf and wrote down some words of abundance, prosperity, things like that, and then I burned it. I really wanted this energy to kind of be at the base so that it's infusing again. The ashes that I have, I place it down on the glass so that it really is infusing into that energy. And that is literally it. Once you don't have to do all this extra stuff again. You don't have to do all the extra bay leaf and stuff like that, but you can if you want to. And right now I'm just showing you that when I'm ready to go ahead and light it, I am going to go ahead and place it on top of the bay leaf. So the last step that I do before I actually light the candle is I just finish it and placing my intentions onto it. And then once I'm ready to actually burn it, I will set it up. I will put maybe some additional crystals around it that are associated to abundance. And then I would light it. And then as it's lit, I will meditate with the energy to get a sense of maybe what my spiritual counsel is trying to tell me. I will watch the flames. And I will also look at the wax at the end. Those are all different forms of divination when it comes to candle magic. And this is how I would make my abundance candle. Please let me know if you guys have any questions. And I appreciate you guys listening to my rant, and happy money making.